Spanish shipyard Astondoa has become particularly famous over the years for shunning convention and going its own way in terms of its design decisions. It's resulted in some pretty thrilling craft over the years, and here at the Düsseldorf Boat Show is continuing that trend with this, the all-new Astondoa 577 Coupe. Now, first up, you'd have to say that the styling is really very dynamic indeed. Look at that, we got a nice plum bow, a really fine entry, very, very aggressive spray rails, long hull windows, darkly tinted. And as you can see up there in that hardtop structure, plenty of LED strip lighting just to set things off. Lovely granite colourways as well. As you move around the back and climb up these steps, well, again, the style is very much in evidence. Just little angles and flourishes in the mouldings that aren't particularly necessary, but certainly do a great job from an aesthetic perspective. And when we get up here, we're greeted by a lovely big high-low platform at the aft end, and ahead of that, beneath this sunbed, that lifts up to reveal plenty of space for a 2.8 metre tender, which is fairly generous for a boat of this scale. We'll move into the cockpit on the port side there. Again, we've got loads of these lovely little angles and design flourishes. It's a highly stylish boat. And there's a premium feel about the finishes too. As you can see, this table here at the after net is carbon fibre. The fabric's all rather lovely, sort of soft touch leather feel fabric. And the basic principle with this boat is that you buy the base package with engines, and then all this modular furniture you can pretty much spec in whatever way suits you. But this is a pretty practical solution. We've got a pretty generous beam here, and all of it's available to us because the hardtop spans that entire beam with the stanchions down on top of the gunnels rather than chopping any of the deck off. And it's a good size of dinette, big enough, I'd say, to seat maybe 8 people. That butts up against that sunbed, of course. And this table, kind of glamorous and high-end though it is not particularly practical if you want to drop that into the space and create a sunbed. That can be done. You can opt for that instead. There's a deck hatch here that goes down into the engine bay. That's just your daily access, and reveals on this particular boat a pair of Volvo Penta IPS800s. You can also, though, oddly enough, or perhaps not oddly enough given current market trends, spec this boat with triple 600 horsepower V12 outboards instead, if performance is what you want. And if you do that, then of course you get lots more space down in that cavity beneath the stern deck. But let's move ourselves slightly further forward beyond these gentlemen and spin the camera around. As you can see, we've also got drop-down terraces on either side of that aft lounge. They're optional, but they expand the beam by another couple of meters. And here, ahead of that dinette, well, we've got a little outdoor galley section, as you can see. That shields the guys sitting further aft from splashes and mess. An electric hob here, a decent size of sink, and an ice maker down below. But of course you can spec this unit with whatever kind of kit you like, because it's pretty sizable. And we spin around again and face forward. Well, the 3 helm seats are mounted on another big unit, just up a very small step. And I have to say, as I'm looking down, the lighting here, kind of ambient lighting, is a delight. They really worked hard with it, not just on this hard top, but down on the deck and beneath these lovely black anodized grab rails. It looks superb, I have to say. We've got another couple of big fridges in this unit, but again, you can spec ice makers if you need them. A TV lifts out of here, so you can view it quite easily from that dinette further aft. And if we sweep round to the helm station, well, actually, we'll ignore the helm station for a second and carry on our tour up onto the foredeck, up another small step, and forward to the bow, a nice walk around deck, plenty of space to move. And quite a simple arrangement up here, just an island sunbed big enough for perhaps 4 people with a built-in headrest that lifts a little, some grab rails, more of this lovely material we see further aft on the dinette, and an aft-facing seat forward. There's no table fitting with this boat, but apparently you can get one if you specifically request it. The anchor right up there on the forepeak and the chain locker down inside here with access on either side should you need it. And heading aft, you'll notice you've got a lovely big one-piece screen. And this is what I'm talking about with the style. That in itself is quite a stylish thing. But look at this lovely curve as we make our way aft and step down into the cockpit. Just all over this boat, tiny little angles where there needn't be any, and it's not overdone. It doesn't feel showy or brash or silly. It just feels rather stylish, I have to say. Now let's check out this helm station while these guys are down below. As you can see, we've got 3 raised helm seats, plenty of fore and aft adjustment in those, and lots of storage underneath. And the skipper sits bang in the centre, which is quite useful, not just from a driving perspective, but also because it means that the co-pilots can come and go as they please without getting in the skipper's way. We've got more carbon fibre detailing here, tiny little bit of switch gear, 3 16-inch plotters which come as standard, and a joystick over here next to the thrusters and the throttles. And digital switching is fine, but when we went down into the engine bay to have a look about, nobody seemed to know how to turn on the light. So it does have its limitations if you can't make stuff work. In any case, that's a personal prejudice. Some people love digital switching, and if they do, they're going to be pretty pleased by this. We head down below and we're greeted with a central atrium. We've got a heads compartment over on the starboard side and a galley over to port, and it's a bit more involved than it at first appears. We have the sink there, plenty of work surface and some good high-level storage. And if I open a few of these sections here, you see we've got a fridge and a microwave. We also have a wine fridge up top. I think we've got a coffee machine in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So it's actually a pretty well-spec'd section of the boat. It means you don't actually have to go up to the main deck galley at all if you want to serve yourself breakfast in the morning. Some people will probably find the orange finish a little bit challenging, but as I say, Astondoa does eschew convention and go its own way. This is rather lovely though. It's good to see a little design flourish there. What we'll do though is head straight forward to the bow cabin and take a look at that first. This is designated as the VIP cabin. It's a good size, good headroom. I'll point the camera back towards myself so you can see. And that headroom remains pretty good even where the deck head dips for that walk around deck on the bow up top. Plenty of space there to sit up and read. More little design flourishes in the bed head there, and in those side tables more backlit LEDs. Plenty of space to ascend on both sides of the bed, and a little changing seat down here, or a lounge seat actually, almost big enough for 2 you might say. TV flush mounted into the bulkhead there. Behind this curved bulkhead on the other side, that of course is the forward part of that day heads to starboard, but if we close this door over, you'll see that we get our own direct access from that bow cabin into this bathroom, and it's a good kind of size. Separate shower with a little seat and a rain shower up top. Lots of lovely headroom again. More of this rather lovely detailing on the deck head. A very low level toilet, but plenty of space, and a good size of vanity unit as well. If we spin it around and head aft now, down a step into the owner's cabin. Well, this again is quite unusual. It's full beam, as you can see, good size of hull windows on both sides, but it's particularly different in terms of its deck arrangement. It all starts with the bed on the diagonal, just saving a little bit of space. There's room for a little cabinet on the port side with fluted glass for the door, and a proper house-style lounge settee over on the starboard side. Another angled bulkhead over there on the starboard side ahead of that settee. And behind there, of course, is your ensuite. And again, I've got to say, that diagonal bulkhead works well in tandem with this diagonal toilet. Gives you plenty of space for a really big vanity unit behind that, and a shower there that is easily big enough for 2. So that is the new Astondoa 577 Coupe. As intimated, Astondoa doesn't tend to do things in the normal way. It goes very much in its own direction, and I think it's all the better for it. Certainly this is not going to be a boat for everybody, but some people are going to absolutely love it. In terms of price, it goes from a base package price of 1.35 million euros plus tax, and the show boat is about 1.9 million euros plus tax, so it's by no means a cheap option. But as I say, if you've enjoyed what Astondoa has done before, then you're going to enjoy this very much indeed. Now, if you've got something you'd like to say about the new Astondoa 577 Coupe, please do leave your comments in the section below. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure you subscribe to the Motorboat and Yachting channel.